After a 2-week break, the Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship is back in action at the hallowed grounds of the Unadilla Valley Sports Center. However, it's not just about what's old and historic at this track, it's about the new. Like the debut of Justin Bogle, the debut of Ryan Villapoto's 2012 KX450F, and Justin Barsha's first race in a 450. Ryan Dungey comes in with a 2-race win streak. He's closing in on the points lead, but things are about to get shaken up today. The Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship rolls into Unadilla for round 9, and the RacerX Motocross Show at AlliedSports.com is here to give you the highlights and talk to one of our race winners. Jason Wygant here, going to run you through the racing at one of the most historic tracks on this tour. We'll start it out with 450 Moto 1. You know the story coming in. Ryan Dungey's won the last 2 races. He's close within 1 point of Ryan Villapoto. Chad Reed struggling a bit after a big crash a few weeks ago. We dropped the gate in Moto 1, and none of those riders grabbed the whole shot. In fact, it's a big surprise. Justin Barsha not only grabs the lead in his first 450 race, but look at the lead he pulls early over Villapoto, Christian Craig, Jake Weimer, Dungey, Alessi, and Reed. The usual suspects would begin to move toward the front. There's Villapoto trying to make moves. Dungey trying to go with him, going after Weimer to try to get in the top 5. Then Barsha's lead over Villapoto would begin to shrink. Second half of the race, Villapoto began to click off some fast lap times and close to the rear wheel of the rookie 450 rider. But give Barsha credit, he didn't get out of control, he didn't get intimidated under pressure. He held Villapoto back as long as he could, but over this big sky shot double, the number 2 is going to grab the lead, and from there on out, no one would challenge Villapoto. But they still have a big lead over Dungey, who would get to the number 3 position, but he would be hard-pressed to close in on Barsha, while meanwhile Reed went after Weimer. Weimer did everything he could to hold Chad back. But the 2-2 finally shuts the door at the bottom of the big U-turn, and then up the wall, Weimer tries to respond, but Reed holds the position. Late in the race, Dungey would finally close in on Barsha, who was running out of time. Barsha rode well. Here they are putting the Russian Avengi Mikolov a lap down. Dungey would make the move he needed to make. He would get to second in the latter stages of the race, bumping Barsha back to third, while Villapoto takes the win. The big difference, Barsha's third steals 2 championship points away from Reed, who finished in 4th. Moto number 2, they're battling, scratching, clawing for the whole shot. Mike Alessi is going to grab the early lead in this one. Weimer is up front early, but it did not take long for Villapoto to make moves. He would get past Dungey, past Weimer, past pretty much everyone else, then go after Alessi and take the lead. Dungey not able to move forward as quickly. Here he is working on Alessi to get into the number 3 spot. And then he would close in on Barsha, but Barsha was even tougher to get by in this moto than Moto 1. As for Reed, he would pass Weimer, then go down, lose a few positions. Justin Brayton would take a spot away, then he would crash. Then Weimer and Metcalf would crash into each other, and Reed would recover. Despite all that battling behind them, Barsha just kept on chugging in the number 2 position, holding Ryan Dungey at bay. It would come down to the last lap. Barsha would make a couple of mistakes. Dungey would have one more shot to go after him. They would actually collide in the bottom of that tabletop. Barsha would go down, recover to finish 3rd, Dungey 2nd, and no stopping this man. The 2012 Kawasaki KX450F paying off a 1-1 performance in its debut for Ryan Villapoto.
Expectations coming in were top 10, and the whole Honda team I think is really happy with me, and I'm just really happy to have this great opportunity to ride the 450, and I wasn't expecting to do on the podium, so I'm really stoked about that, and the day was good,
Once I got the opportunity to ride our new bike, made the decision right away, and I knew that was going to be a big help. Not to say that was going to be everything, but it was definitely going to help my situation. So I think coming into this weekend, definitely had some, confidence and was feeling good about our situation.
I think, he needs to you know, this is the big boys. You know, this ain't amateur, and we can't play like little games. You know, it's kind of annoying. You know, he needs to grow up a little bit and have some respect, I think, and really watch what he's doing. You know, it's just a bummer to deal with that. But you know, I got to give him. He's a great rider. He rode good today. He held me off for damn near the whole moto. So I guess I can't take a lot away from him. But like, he'll be here for the last 3 races, and it'll be good.
Savage. Freaking thing, man. I can't get the soda. Thanks, Jeff. Let's move into the 250 class. Of course, it's a 3-rider shootout between Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki teammates Dean Wilson, Tyler Rattray, and Blake Baggett. But it's a Yamaha getting out front early. Gareth Swanepoel out of South Africa on the DNA Shred 6-car racing machine with Wilson and Baggett in tow. The 2 Kawasaki teammates would actually bump into each other at the first lap as they try to chase down the 387. Wilson, the first to put the challenge to him, he would hold off Baggett through the opening laps, and then Baggett here in third would have a quick tumble. He'd lose some ground. He had Matt Lemoyne and Justin Bogle in his first pro race up front early. Wilson takes the lead from Swanepoel. There's Bogle in third, trying to hold off Baggett, who is on the comeback charge after his tip over. He's got both riders in his sights right now, and he's going to pull off a slick move here on first Bogle, and then an even slicker one on Swanepoel here to take over the number 2 spot. Not pictured Tyler Rattray, who had a crash of his own early and had to come from outside the top 10. Baggett secured the second place spot. Rattray began to stir late in this race in hopes of putting his Kawasaki on the podium. There's Baggett, solid in second. Last lap, here's Rattray. He would get to third and actually close to Baggett's rear wheel, make a race of it on the last lap for second, but he would run out of time. Meanwhile, no stopping Dean Wilson, cruising to the first moto win. Moto number 2, Jimmy Dakotas returning to action for the first time outdoors this year is going to grab the whole shot. He's battling with his teammates, Eli Tomac and Bogle, who's back up front again in his Geico Honda. But before long, Dean Wilson would bust the door down to the Honda party, take the lead again, and pull away again. Amazing riding by Wilson on this day. The only thing left was to pull off a couple of big whips over the sky shot, and he was headed to his first overall victory of the season. A big point shakeup, Tyler Rattray would go down in this one and fail to finish. 0 points for him, and Baggett would have some crashes as well. He would eventually get up to third, but he would not be able to catch Tomac, who would hold on for second. Dakotas was unable to run the pace all the way to the end. He dropped out of the top 10. Solid ride for Bogle, who had finished 6th in both motos in his pro debut. So a good day all around for a couple of the Honda boys, but the happiest rider of all, the Kawasaki man, Dean Wilson, who's got the overall win cinched up. 2-3 scores for Baggett will put him second overall in front of Tomac, but he's going to lose a bunch of points. Here's the results from the 250 class. Let's send it down to the press conference and talk to the top riders.
Starts have hurt me a lot. I mean, you can do it from the middle of the pack, but you know, when you get a top 5 start, it's definitely nice to breathe fresh air. You know, in that last moto, it was just like, I don't know, a whole new world. I could breathe fresh air, not eat a bunch of roosts. So that's been my biggest problem, the starts. And you know, just obviously, I've been working on my bike a lot too. We made it better last week, and yeah, just, you know, I'm just not quite as good as those guys, you know, earlier this year.
I jumped the big tabletop and clearly had him passed on the outside, and he just I don't know if he wanted to be a hero or something, but he just like drove us wide open straight towards like the hay bales and the fence, and so I threw my hand up at him afterwards, like, dude, what are you doing? You can't become a hero in one day. We all know that. But, you know, you can hurt somebody if you do that. So just, you know, rookies are rookies, and he'll learn.
All right, we're joined with our 250 class overall winner, Dean Wilson. How good does that feel to hear 250 class overall winner, Dean Wilson?
It's not before time, that's for sure. But I feel it's great. I mean, it was a good day. I was just feeling it, having fun. When I do my best is when I'm having fun, and I was definitely having fun. So, yeah, it was a brilliant day.
So we can't point to any major bike change, this, that, or anything else. You just had fun and you just rode well.
Yeah, I mean, It's kind of weird because this is kind of like one of the gnarlier tracks, you know, like
Yeah.
more outdoorsy. And yeah, I don't know, I was just enjoying myself. I mean, off the big jump, I was just doing whips and just going with it and having fun, and got good starts, so that really helped me out. And I don't know, I just really wanted to win today for some reason. I mean, I always want to win, but
Yeah.
I had that like extra little bit, so.
One of the motos, I don't remember if it was first or second, there were 5 minutes left in the moto, and you were whipping it huge over the sky shot like you were celebrating already. You were just feeling it.
I was just doing it, I was having fun. That's what it's all about.
Talk about hanging out at Chad Reed's house the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I've been hanging out at Chad's house, training with him and riding, and it's been going really good. I believe it helped me, you know. I'm just enjoying myself and having fun, and yeah, we've been in the heat. It's really, really humid, hot, just constantly sweating. But yeah, it's good. I'm having fun, and that's what's most important, is having fun. Because you know, you stop having fun, and you can get burnt out, and I'm far from there, so it's all good.
Now, you were already the points leader coming in. Now you got to win. So the points leader's getting bigger. There's only 3 races to go. Are you going to give the standard racer answer of you're not even thinking about that, or are you thinking about that?
Oh, I mean, no doubt, it's in the back of my head, but
At least you admit it.
oh yeah, I mean, you know, some people are kind of thinking about it, like second red.
Yeah, solid.
Well,
Solid.
loves me.
Solid.
But yeah, I mean, it's in my head a little bit now. I mean, we're getting closer, and it kind of sucks when you're in my position. I mean, it's good that I believe I have 25 points now,
Yeah.
and it's good like to be in the position I am. But at the same time, you got 3 more races, and you're just like, you're kind of starting to think about it a little bit. But I'll be fine. I mean, I'm just gonna keep doing my routine, and that's what works for me. And whatever happens, happens. I'm just gonna do my best, and that's all you can do.
Man, you've been so consistent this year. Has that always kind of been your thing? Like going back to your earliest days, do you always feel like you're the kind of guy who, you know, measures his performance and doesn't have gnarly crashes and big mistakes and stuff like that?
Man, let's knock on some wood
Okay,
first
all right.
before we answer this one. But
Good point.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I've been the most consistent, but I haven't had any wins. So if you watched this race and you didn't really understand what went on, you would have thought I won the championship today. I was celebrating that much, but no, it was only an overall win. But we're what round is this? 9?
9.
Yeah, we're 9 rounds in, and I finally got my first overall. So no, it was good. I mean, I don't know. I'm just happy.
Okay, so we'll see you in a bigger celebration if you lock down that championship.
That's right. Yep.
All right, but we're not going to talk anymore about that. That's Dean Wilson. He's got a week off. You're going back to Chad's house?
Yes, gonna go back to Chad's house, train for a couple weeks for Southwick, and then yeah, head back to California after Southwick. So it's the plan.
All right, man, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's good to stop asking that how frustrated are you
I know.
question. We're so done.
It's a broken record. I mean, I've heard it
I know.
off everybody. When are you gonna get the overall? And I got it for you, people.
Monkeys off the back. That's Dean Wilson, your 250 winner. Thanks for watching the RacerX Motocross Show. We're taking a weekend off. We'll see you at Southwick. So check us out on allysports.com in 2 weeks.